Hey, hello friends, welcome to the magnificent Shed of Wonder, home of the FCC. I must apologise for the lateness of the FCC Strava review for last week, week ending the 9th of June. It's now Wednesday morning. I've got the day off, which is obviously a bonus, but I'm heading up into London shortly with my daughter to sort out a new passport for her. So we've got an appointment at the passport office. And on Monday I was in Wales for a work meeting and awards dinner, so hence why I couldn't get the Strava review done on Monday evening, and didn't get back till Tuesday evening, yesterday. Anyway, that's a load of old waffle, but it's great to see you again. It's good to be back in the Shed of Wonder for the FCC review. Absolutely huge miles again by you all last week, and I have to say a massive thank you to Mark Shield for organising the FCC Lincolnshire ride on Sunday. What an absolutely brilliant day, fantastic stuff. Loved meeting every single one of you and riding with you, such a good laugh. The route was fantastic, we were so lucky with the weather. Just a brilliant day, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you everyone for coming along, those of you that could make it on Sunday to the Lincolnshire ride. Just brilliant, and I'm really looking forward to the Wales ride with Neil Conroy and Mr Painterman hosting at the end of this month, June the 30th. So yeah, it'd be good to see as many of you there as possible. Right, friends, I have tea. We better crack on because I've got to head up into London, so let's carry on with the FCC Strava review for week ending. Okay guys, so as always we will start with last week's leaders. First place distance, Mr Stevie Wonkster with an absolutely massive 485.3 miles. Stevie, you are a legend, that is epic, my friend. Second place, Chad is there with 335.7 miles. Brilliant stuff, Chad, equally epic. And Ian Rigby is there in third position. Ian, that is fantastic, mate. 334.4 miles. Amazing stuff, you legend. Longest ride, first place, James Finn, 146 miles. Brilliant stuff, James. Second place, Maxwell Smith with 138.3. Brilliant stuff, Maxwell. And Alan Bailey is in third position with 138.1. Outstanding stuff, Alan. And on to climbing, first place, Chad is there with 22,812 feet. Dave O'Neill is in second position with 18,898 feet. And in third position is James Finn with 18,885 feet. Absolutely brilliant stuff from every single one of you. Outstanding riding last week, you legends. Okay, let's scroll up and let's delve deeper into last week's top 100 leaderboard, which I do not unfortunately feature in for the first time in a few weeks. But pushing that aside, first place, Stevie Wonkster, as mentioned at the top of the review, 485.3 miles. Longest ride, 125.1 miles. Legend. Chad is there in second position with 335.7, 7 rides for Chad, and Chad's longest ride was 132.5 miles. Just epic miles from you guys. Ian Rigby's in third. Ian, brilliant stuff, 334.4 miles, 12 rides for you. Mr Mark Shule, fourth position. Really good to see you on Sunday, Mark. Thank you so much for hosting the ride. 317.7 miles. Your longest ride was 127.4 miles. Epic stuff, mate. Fifth place is Dennis Barron, 299.3 miles. 20 rides, Dennis. Blimey, I've seen on your Strava feed last week that you were doing 125 miles in 58 minutes, which was just too epic, my friend. And it was going in a sort of dead straight line, so I'm just wondering if you were actually on a plane or not. Get in touch, my friend. Brian Roden, 6th position, 277.8 miles. Brilliant stuff, Brian. Carl Morrison in 7th with 274.4. miles ridden last week. Longest ride 100.1 miles. Brilliant stuff, Carl. Chris Goff is in 8th position, 264.1. 7 rides last week for Chris, 107.1 miles, your longest ride. Excellent stuff, Chris. Graham Minchell, hello Graham, 9th position, my friend, 255.7 miles, longest ride 73.7 and 10,092 feet of climbing. Brilliant stuff, mate. Dave O'Neill is there in 10th place with 255.4, longest ride 128.6 miles. Brilliant stuff, Dave. Tim NFTO is in 11th position, 254.5 miles. 12 rides for you, Tim. Brilliant stuff, mate. D. Michael Dozier is in 12th position with 254.3. Brilliant stuff, my friend. Ian Brewer's there in 13th with 245.6. Excellent stuff, Ian. Fahim is in 14th with 245.4. Longest ride for Fahim was 124.8 miles. That is brilliant stuff, mate. 15th position, James Finn, 232.6 miles, and James's longest ride was 146 miles, as we mentioned at the top of the review. Brilliant stuff, James. Helena Knightley is there in 16th. Hello, Helena. 231.7 miles. Brilliant stuff. Luke Toms is in 17th with 229.7. Jan Erik Berggren is in 18th with 229.4. We have Fez Pleasance in 19th. Hello Fez, hope you're good, mate. 225.1 miles for you, 9,337 feet of climbing. Brilliant stuff. Mr. Clive Lunt is there in 20th. Hello Clive, hope you're good, mate. 221.7 miles for you, 13,071 feet of climbing. Jose Luis Villarreal is in 21st with 220.5 miles. Brilliant stuff, Jose. Jay Hans in 22nd with 219.4. John Tolley's in 23rd with 216.5. Longest ride for you, John, 91.4 miles. Brilliant stuff, mate. Marie Simmons is in 24th. Brilliant stuff, Marie. I hope you're well. 214.8 miles for you, and your longest ride was a century ride as well, 103.1 miles. Fantastic stuff. Mr. Martin Redding is in 25th. Amazing miles, Martin, last week by yourself, my good man. 15 rides for you, and your longest ride was 81.4 miles, which I believe was your sportif that you took part in on Sunday. So congratulations, mate. Brilliant stuff. Brian Wakeham's in 26th with 214.4. Jens Buckman's in 27th with 213.5. Jeremy Prodger's in 28th with 213.3. Mr. Duncan McNutt is there in 29th with 212.5. Brilliant stuff, Duncan. Really good to see you on Sunday. Thank you for joining the FCC Lincolnshire ride. An absolute pleasure riding with you again, you legend. Tanya Tucker's in 30th with 210 miles. Longest ride 128.7 miles. Brilliant stuff, Tanya. Awesome. Stephen Peach is there in 31st with 209.1. Brilliant stuff, Stephen. Can't speak. 83.9 miles was your longest ride. Awesome stuff, Stephen. Gary Pastrick is there. Pastoric even. Sorry, Gary. 32nd, 203.9 miles. Brilliant stuff, mate. And Gary, I'm sure you're a new member to the FCC, so welcome to the crew. Mr. Paul Stevens is in 33rd with 203.4. Brilliant stuff, mate. Hope you're good. Mr. Painterman's in 34th with 201.7 miles and 8,113 feet of climbing. Awesome stuff, Mr. P. And that is 34 of you legends that rode 200 miles or more last week, which is truly outstanding. So massive kudos. Jack Pinch in 35th, 199.8 miles. Wow, Jack, so close to the 200 for the week. Awesome stuff, mate. 8 rides for you last week. James Chapman's in 36th with 197.6. Andreas TSB is in 37th with 194.3. Crit Witt is in 38th with 193.7. Alan Bailey's in 39th with 193.1. Jonathan Sapir is in 40th with 191.7. Mr. Tony Hawkins is in 41st with 188.5. Tony, I hope you're good, my man. Stefan Holdorf in 42nd with 187.9. In 43rd we have Richard Orty with 181.8. Hello Richard, hope you're well. Maxwell Smith in 44th with 181.7, and as we mentioned at the top of the review, 138.3 miles was Maxwell's longest ride. Awesome stuff, mate. Sandra Kelly is in 45th with 178.8. Hope you're good, Sandra. Brilliant miles from you last week. Trevor Hooks in 46th with 176.5. 10 rides for Trevor. Awesome stuff last week, Trevor. Pete Jones is in 47th with 175.8. Brilliant stuff, Pete. I hope you're good, mate. John Gerwitz Dunn is in 48th with 175.4. Corey Ring is in 49th with 173.2. Hello Corey, hope you're good. 50th, Mr. Ian Grant, 172.7. Brilliant stuff for last week, mate, and so good to see you on Sunday, you legend. Mr. James Frost is there in 51st. Hello James, over there in New York. 172.4. Brilliant stuff, mate. 80.1 miles was your longest ride last week. Outstanding. Steve Go Vegan in 52nd. Hello Steve, hope you're good, buddy. 172 miles ridden last week. Brilliant stuff. 53rd we have Ian West with 171.5. Brilliant stuff, Ian. Jorgenis is in 54th with 166.6. The vegan cyborg Bernard over there in sunny Hawaii in 55th position. Brilliant stuff, my friend. 164.2 miles. Longest ride 117.6. Outstanding stuff, my friend. Lee Allen's in 56th with 163.2. Sally Smith's in 57th with 163.2 also. 58th we have Adam Sunman with 162.8. Chris Sharp's in 59th with 162.3. In 60th we have Snakefire TRI with 162 miles. Brilliant stuff, you legends. Myro is in 61st with 161 miles. Keith Clark's in 62nd with 158.4. Century ride for Keith last week, 100 miles exactly. Brilliant stuff, Keith. Simon Wise is in 63rd with 153.9. Century ride for Simon as well. Brilliant stuff, buddy. 100.8 miles was your longest ride last week. Matt Hunt is in 64th with 153.7. Josip's in 65th with 153.1. Then we have Derek Kelly in 66 with 150.5. 67th we have Will Duffy with 150.2. Brilliant stuff, Will. David Crawford's in 68th. Hello David. 149.9 miles for you. David Raynham's in 69th with 148.6. Century ride for David last week, 103 miles. Awesome stuff, my friend. John Sokol is there in 70th. Hello John. 148.5 miles for you. 71st. Couldn't get me words out then. Marek is there with 147 miles. Brilliant stuff, Marek. Wazza is there in 72nd. Hello, you legend. Hope you're good, mate. 146 miles for you last week. Chris Hancock's in 73rd with 145.1. Stephen Smith is in 74th with 144.5. Cracking stuff, Stephen. Hope you're good, buddy. Ronnie is there in 75th. Hello Ronnie, hope you're well. 144.4 miles for you last week, and 60.1 miles was your longest ride. Excellent stuff, my friend. Ionut is there in 76 with 144.1. Nigel Mills is in 77th with 140.5. Paul Elliott is in 78th with 140 miles exactly. Emma Hadley's in 79th with 139.5. Paul Williams is there in 80th. Hello Paul, hope you're good. 138.5 miles for you. Carlos is in 81st with 138.5 also. In 82nd we have Rob Manning with 138.3. Century ride for Rob, 105 miles was Rob's longest ride last week. Outstanding stuff, buddy. Carl Davis is in 83rd with 136.7. Carl, your longest ride was 96.1 miles. Absolutely superb stuff, mate. John Millett's in 84th with 135.2. David Vieira's in 85th with 134.9. Jeff is in 86th with 134.8. Steve Robinson. Steve, I hope you're well, my friend. 87th place, 132.7 miles. Absolutely outstanding, mate. And 9,180 feet of climbing. Tony Ramos is in 88th with 131.1. Tony, that was your one and only ride last week. Absolutely outstanding stuff, my friend. Kieran is in 89th with 129.7. Jonathan Holdings in 90th with 129.4. Excellent stuff, Jonathan. Ian Chandler's in 91st with 128.5. Peter Scott is in 92nd, also with 128.5. Chris the Train is in 93rd with 128.3. Andrew Wilson is in 94th with 128.2. 14 rides for Andrew last week. Absolutely cracking stuff, mate. Philip Mansfield is in 95th with 127.8. Awesome stuff, Philip. I hope you're well, buddy. Mark Loftus is in 96th with 127.7. John King is in 97th with 126.3. Excellent stuff, John. Carl Stannard is in 98th with 126.2. In 99th we have Philip Newborough with 124.9. Cracking stuff, Philip. And in 100th place we have Zed McGlunk with 124.9 miles also. Absolutely brilliant from every single one of you. Not only in the top 100, but as I say every week, throughout the whole of the FCC. Just outstanding. And we now have 582 members, which is just epic. Just blows my mind. So thank you all for being part of the FCC. Just amazing. Okay friends, now it's time for Rider of the Week, or as we will say this week, Riders of the Week, because there will be not one, not two, but 3 Riders of the Week, because you're all such legends. So let's do this. Okay guys, so the first of the 3 Riders of the Week for last week goes to somebody in 3rd position on the top 100 leaderboard with 334.4 miles ridden last week, and that person is Mr. Ian Rigby. Ian, you are the first of the Riders of the Week for last week. Congratulations, my friend. Okay friends, so the second Rider of the Week for last week goes to somebody in 4th position in the top 100. He hosted the Lincolnshire FCC group ride, total miles of 317.7. Second Rider of the Week for last week is Mr. Mark Schule. Congratulations, Mark, Rider of the Week. Okay, and last but not least, the 3rd Rider of the Week for last week goes to somebody in 97th position on the top 100 leaderboard, total miles of 126.3. That person is Mr. John King. John, congratulations, you are also Rider of the Week for last week. Mark and John, congratulations on Rider of the Week for last week. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I have socks. I will put my email address in the description below, so just drop me an email and just let me know which pair of socks you would like. So I've got the white with the red dots, the pink and the white, and the orange and the blue. I've got a couple more pairs of each colour indoors, but yeah, just let me know which pair of socks you would like and I will get those sent out to you, legends. Riders of the Week, congratulations. Okay friends, thank you so much for joining me here in the Shed of Wonder for this rather late FCC Strava review on this Wednesday morning. It's been great to see you all again. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. I will see you in a couple of days with another vlog. Hopefully the vlog from the FCC Lincolnshire ride will be up either tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm just kind of in the process of editing it now, but do go and check out Duncan's vlog, Duncan McNutt's vlog from the ride on Sunday, because it's brilliant. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. But thank you so much for joining me. Look after yourselves, stay safe out there, and I will see you normal service resumed next Monday here in the Shed of Wonder for the review. Bye for now.